Now, is there anyone out there who wants to go fast? Anybody?
I want to go fast.
Hey, get him a suit. Hurry up, let's go.
49 bringing you Supercross coverage live from Daytona. And here we go. This is the LCQ of radio is what it is. It is Stretch along with Moto Man, Bookie Kyle, Jason from HYR.
Are we the last chance qualifier?
Yeah.
LCR.
I thought that was our show on Friday.
Last chance radio.
It's Last Chance Radio. That's us now.
Yeah.
We are LCR. That's where we are. I'm at the end of my career. I think after this, I'm going to be doing like strip clubs in the Valley. That's my next DJ
I thought
job.
you already were working at strip clubs in the Valley.
Right.
No, now I'm dedicated full time to the Big 49.
I thought that's how you're paying for your house down there.
Exactly. I thought that's how you were dealing with it.
Yeah, that's my security job at the Titty Club.
I thought you were. I was gonna say. I thought you were a mop man at the local set, the local movie set. You were the mop man, and I thought you were also doing little DJ work at the.
You know what's hard to do is to tell Mercedes to get to the stage, and they're like, which one? There's 5 Mercedes at the strip club. Yeah. Mercedes with the giant boobs to the stage, Mercedes with the giant boobs, or Mercedes with the big butt. Like, it depends on which one you're talking about.
So does Mercedes spell her name with a D-E-Z or a D-E-S?
You know what? That's another way to distinguish, too. Mercedes with a Z, please, to the stage. Mercedes with a Z. You're up next.
Okay.
And then you got the other way.
Got it.
And then some of them just say it's spelled M-E-R-S-A-Y, Merce, and then D, and then apostrophe S. There's that one too.
Or D-Z.
Yeah, it just depends. So,
or you have like a different pajama set, right? That you can tell them to pick out.
Yeah.
It's
different body lotion, glistening.
Yeah, different glitter.
Mercedes with the glitter titties to the stage. Yeah. Mercedes with glitter titties to the stage.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my next stop in radio.
And my other question for you is a mop man, because I know your day job is you work at the mop man at the local. I don't know if should I say this on the air? You're working at the Vivid Video set in Van Nuys.
I'm not. You're joking. I have a friend. He was a makeup guy on porn sets.
Oh gosh, he was the mop guy.
No, I'll tell you what he did.
Dude. That's called the fluffer.
He told me he worked. So he would work on women, and what he would do is he would get Q-tips with Vaseline, and like paint their labia, is what he would do so that it would glisten for the camera. So he would girl would sit there before she would go on stage, spread her legs, and he would get a Q-tip, dip it in Vaseline, and like paint the lips of her JJ, and get her ready for the set. I'm not kidding. That was my friend's real job. Okay. And he left radio to do that because he made more money doing that than he did in radio.
Okay.
True story.
I quit, and I'm out of here. I'll see you guys in the afterlife, and I'm going to be going to the local porn set and painting
a JJ painter?
Yeah, I'm going to go paint some hoo-has. Gosh.
I swear that's a real story.
You know, this whole motorcycle radio thing is overrated anyway. You know?
I don't know. I think you guys are on something right now. Like the other stations aren't working, right?
Yeah, they're off the air.
They're off the air.
They're off the air.
Yeah.
This is all people have to listen to.
This is all they've got. We're it.
We apologize.
Yeah. Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope.
Right. And then everybody else is over there sizing up. You know, the gear ratio on the Yamaha is different than that on the Suzuki. It should get the whole shot. Shut up.
So not that I need to tell everybody the inside radio thing, but it's funny. We had a big snowstorm come through Southern California in the past week.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, huge snowstorm came through Southern California past week. We had snow everywhere. We had snow everywhere. Okay. Well, a couple of the radio stations up on the mountains, a couple out in the IE, and a couple in Los Angeles, got completely obliterated with snow.
They've been out.
And they went off in the air.
There was no plan B.
And right now, a couple of those radio stations are still sitting under about 7 feet of snow.
Ooh.
Like, they're under 7 feet of snow.
So what do they do when that happens?
They go off the air.
They go off the air.
They call it moto.
If they got a person that lives at the transmitter, that's the only option you have.
They called me, and I looked at them, and I went, I don't know. You're kind of SOL. You're kind of stuck.
But me and Kyle found a way around this.
You did. Got a YZ80 that'll be a snowplow.
You didn't want to do the snow ride moto?
Actually, you did come up with a really good idea, and I sent that off to the general manager of one of those radio stations, and I said, hey, if you want to invest in this little device, that will get us at least to the site.
Right.
I can't tell you that we can get in the site because your building may be under 7 feet of snow. Yeah. But I can at least tell you that we can get to the site. And the generator is completely covered in snow. The reason why they're off the air is because when the utility went out and there's no power, then the generator got completely covered in snow and it suffocated itself. It smothered itself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
pretty
a lot
serious.
of snow.
Yeah.
We just sold a quad to a buddy that I went to high school with, man. And,
Yep.
you know, he's got a quad with a plow on the front. Mm-hmm. Sends me a picture, last week, and his house is, like, pretty covered, right?
Covered in snow.
And then he sends me another picture of this quad that he picked up from us. He's like, I'm going to go use it. And then, boom, it snowed another day or two right there.
Uh-huh.
Well, that next day, or 2 days later, we get a picture, and this thing's, dude, in a hole, like 10 feet deep.
Yeah.
12 feet
Wow.
deep. And he's got, you know, probably had a cover over the quad, but he literally had to, like, get the quad out so he can start even moving even closer.
Oh, wow.
You know?
It's
I'm
brutal.
going to show you a picture in a minute.
It's brutal. The mountain right now, if you're Angeles Crest, San Bernardino, San Gabriel, Mount San
Hell, the
Jacinto,
foothills in Burbank are covered in snow.
the foothills in Burbank, the Verdugo Hills right behind us, it covered.
I mean, this
covered
guy's
in
6
hills.
foot tall, bro, and the
Crazy, dude.
couple feet over him. Then there's
Yeah.
a quad with a plow that you can't, you know.
Oh,
Wow.
the Southern California got completely obliterated with snow, and these radio stations don't know what to do. And guess who stayed on the air the whole time?
Big 49.
Big 49.
49's on.
We're on.
Yeah,
So
you know what
hopefully-
takes us off the air is wind in the power company, and then like, oh God, scramble, get the generators
But
up.
that's been a big
Yeah.
deal up there. Like the gas has been going. I guess
Yeah.
there's been a couple fires now
Yep.
Yeah.
up there, and no one can even get, you know,
Can't do anything.
can't do anything.
Generators
stuck.
suck. That's why terrestrial radio blows. You got to be on the HLS streaming like us.
So
You stuck.
our store could totally help that situation, bro.
Oh, I
You know.
completely
Well,
agree.
they're also all cheap as hell. Is the other problem?
I told them, I said, you were the man with the answers. And I said, if you want his name and number, I will gladly give it to you.
Yeah. That's part of this right now is they're not plowing.
Could
Yeah.
you do a side
You
by
know, the
side?
county's not giving the money for
I
the plow.
thought it-
They don't have enough, obviously, and it's gnarly, obviously.
I thought
Yeah.
that
It's
a
been 15
Rhino,
years or 20 years
I
since
thought
that's
that,
happened.
I thought that a
yeah,
Rhino
easy.
or the Honda side by side could possibly get up
a little plow
there.
on it?
I
Yeah.
thought it could possibly maybe able to get up there, but the problem is they weigh so much, and the road going into some of these transmitter sites, because it's so heavily, like I'm talking
Yeah.
5-6 feet solid to the base of snow. If you get into a soft spot, it'd just sink a Rhino.
So this started out on an 80
Gotcha.
is what the plan was, right?
Yeah,
Well,
then
he's
you
got
would
that
have died.
pissed off 80 that
The
would
pissed
level.
off 80.
That thing would melt all the snow.
I'll tell you right now. The last time I went, I'll be honest with you guys. The last time I went up there to help this particular
pissed off
to help one of these
He's
radio
angry.
stations to get them back on the radio.
Right.
The last time I went up, I took my 250X, and I made it all the way up there. But I did crash 3 times getting there.
Yeah.
That's because you can't ride. But go ahead.
Well, yeah, when you're dealing with snow,
You
you've
didn't
got
have your plastics with you, so you're getting pissed.
I still have a ding in one of the plastics on it. I still have a ding. That's a reminder to
that
me.
wasn't from looping it in the driveway in front of Jason that day.
No,
Okay.
that was the 250R,
Different
not
bike.
250X.
Oh, okay.
I didn't loop the 250X on that.
Okay.
He's got a vendetta against Hondas. He keeps crashing them and
Yeah.
keeps
Wow.
the Yamahas
They're
nice.
too much horsepower.
And they're nice in the studio.
Gee whiz.
You got to step back down to an 80 moto. The 250 is too much for you.
I've got a couple 80s.
That
but
80's
I
the
know.
angriest bike he has.
80 is pissed off. But the problem is you don't want anger when you're hitting snow.
No.
You want the sensibility. You want to be able to modulate the power.
So really, we could save the station right now if we didn't order. We'll have it Wednesday. We'll put a
Yeah.
timber sled is what we're gonna do.
Timber sled.
yeah, and put it on 250X.
Is what we're gonna do.
cool.
Stretch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Make a
down
snow
with that.
bike out of it.
Yeah.
Make a snow bike out of it and get right up there. Then
I
you're
still
right.
wouldn't want to go up there even on a snow bike. It would.
No,
No,
you
by
could-
yourself. It's risky.
You could get there on a snow bike. You could seriously get there on a snow bike. I'd have no problem with cruising in there on a snow bike. The problem is now I'm there. What do I do?
Yeah. Now you got to get a shovel and you need other equipment.
Right.
to
Yeah.
bury.
What do I do? Do I bring in torches? What do I do?
Yeah, you staying there?
Am I staying there? Am I gonna
Sleeping in an igloo?
He's
What you
gonna,
got?
he's gonna take the bomber bag with him. He can do the show remotely.
I have to,
You know,
I have to do everything remotely at that point.
You know who
he
was at
would, too.
Daytona today?
He couldn't live without that.
You know who was at Daytona today, but not racing, but out signing autographs, and the fans are loving him? Is Malcolm Stewart.
Oh,
Nice.
Malcolm's a good guy though.
Cool seeing Malcolm out there because the
So-
fans dig that guy.
Speaking of picks and speaking of Daytona today, everybody got their picks together
Yeah.
for 250s.
Yeah, sure.
I've got mine. All right, who wants to go first?
I'll go first because I'm the best.
You sure you don't want to make
Yeah.
the guy who does childhood labor and makes an 8-year-old do his homework for him?
No,
Why?
no.
Because you want to steal my picks?
I'll beat the 8-year-old
I got
today.
mine right here. Right in front of you. Look. Now you even steal your homework. Look at that.
Oh, that's right. You don't steal it. Jason does.
Jason
I'll
steals
I'll
your
fight
homework.
an 8-year-old.
Stretch made the name Lego My Ego, but without the Lego.
Back gate after school, I'll tell that little kid, come on. I'll meet you.
You better be careful.
Yeah. All right, let me
Kick
tell you
your
what's
ass,
going on.
dude.
Exactly.
Here is my number one today is going to be Hunter Lawrence. Everything about him says fire today. He is ready to go. Max Anstey, because this is an outdoor track, and Anstey is an MXGP dude. I anticipate him being really good today. I'll take Nate Thrasher at 3rd. I'll take Smith at 4, and then another MXGP dude. Viali will be my double dark at number 5.
Wow.
That's my
Well, you and I are
250s.
really close, and we're dancing around a lot of the same campfire. I went with Hunter Lawrence, number 1, numero uno. I went with Nate Thrasher, number 2. I went with Max Anstey, number 3.
Okay,
I went
close.
with Michael Moseman, though, at number 4, and I went Chance Hymas at number 5.
Can I be honest? The reason I don't trust Michael yet, and this is a tricky track as far as all the different kinds of terrain. I want to see Michael get through a race upright all the way through before I start picking him again. I really do.
I just haven't put him into anything, and I figured, you know what, Michael's hot and cold, and I think
he
today
could do
could be
it.
a hot day today for him.
That's the thing. Michael's going to get hot and win one, and then we're going to be like, there he is. That's the guy we've been waiting for.
Yeah.
I'll go next before the kids' picks here.
All right.
Okay.
3-time champion.
Before we go below the line, take Lyle's, Kyle's picks that are below the line.
But before we wind up having to actually speak to a childhood labor law attorney about...
I'll just go ahead and throw them out first.
You're saying 3-time champion wrong.
Hunter Lawrence, because you have to.
Okay.
Because you're a Honda fanboy.
I'm going to park one in the radio station here soon.
It's gonna
Maybe
be
by next break.
There's going to be a works bike over there in a second.
I'm going to see the footage of it coming in down the hallway doing wheelies. It'll be great. I'll be like, hey, is that security camera or is that live?
Yeah, we'll do sound bite for you.
Yeah.
Nate Thrasher, number 2.
Okay.
Jordan Smith, 3.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like Jordan Smith, number 3.
J Mart,
J-Mart
Ooh,
Quattro.
J-Mart's a good one.
number 5. Viali. And then this is where I was in
Viali.
between Deegan, Hymas, and Blos.
Ooh.
Any of those in my top 5.
Deegan, I
At
just think
6.
that this is a little bit over. I don't want to say this is a little bit over his pay grade, but he just hasn't had any experience on these types of tracks yet, and that's where I'm a little hesitant on Deegan.
Yeah.
By the way, some 250s are going to blow up today. I anticipate some overheating 250s with all that sand and that soft track and stuff. There's going to be some 250s smoking some clutches.
Who Callie's, Jason?
Yeah,
Kelly's gonna blow
last
up.
chance.
Well, remember Max Anstey told us that at one of the races earlier with the sand that his clutch was smoking and he was just taking it easy trying to just maintain.
Jason just renamed it the LCK.
The
Last
LCK.
Chance Kawasaki.
Yeah, LCK.
Wow.
Last chance
Wow.
Kawasaki.
That's just not
Wow,
right.
dude.
The last chance clutch.
Wow.
That's right.
Wow, you guys are bad. All right, let's hear what the child's picks are.
Okay. It's Lawrence, Thrasher, Deegan, Smith, Moseman, and Martin. 6.
All right.
That kid's plugged like
good.
How
He's
well
good.
that kid knows the 250 class and the 450 class is pretty impressive.
He's
That's an impressive
8.
little dude.
He's 8. Look what an 8-year-old has to do with themselves.
Same thing we do.
Exactly.
Motorcycles and boobies. That's
play
nothing better. That's the world right now.
They're just good at it. That's all.
He's riding today, too.
We're bad at it.
He's riding today. I don't know if he's listening yet, but I think he is. Love you, Carson. Thank you, bud.
Yeah.
So he,
450s are coming, too. That's where you really win.
Yeah, if you win again this week, I'm meeting you at your school after the back gate.
That's
after
right, that
school
big
next
kid
week.
that you've been staring. He's going to come get you.
the problem is you guys have all seen Step Brothers, right? Okay, where you eat the dog poo. Yeah. Stretch is the kid that tries to make you eat the dog poo.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to
letting you know.
fight that little kid if he beats me again this week.
Just letting you know.
Carson, don't walk where it's shady.
Exactly.
Stretch is hiding under the tree.
By the bleachers.
Comes for you.
Stay away from the bleachers.
Stay away from the
man.
bleachers. You're guys are gonna make you eat the dog poo, not the brown fresh dog poo. He's gonna make you eat the white crusty dog poo.
I'm going to show up and there's going to be like 13 of them and they're all going to attack me and kill me. Oh, God, it's an angry mob of 8-year-olds.
He does run a mafia.
I would say an angry mob of 8-year-olds would take a full man out.
Yeah.
I could
They'll
take a
you
full
down,
man out.
And then once you go timber, as long as you don't fall on one, the rest of them will kill you.
It's kind of like getting attacked by chihuahuas.
Oh, dude, Max Anstey has chihuahuas. I did a Moto Minute on that this week. It was disappointing.
Why?
Yeah, Chihuahua. You can't have a Chihuahuas and be a motocross rider.
No.
No. Justin Barsha's got Great Danes.
Okay.
The Lawrence brothers and Kenny Roxon have the little French bulldogs. Those are cool dogs. Everybody's got like cool dogs, and then Nancy had like a pack of Chihuahuas that were like. I'm like, Max, Nancy,
have you ever seen a pissed off Chihuahua?
Yeah, but they're all bark, no bite. They're little.
No, they will bite the
snappy little
hell
things.
out of you. They'll
How about,
bite the
You
hell
should see
out of you.
JoJo's dogs.
Or how about McNeil?
Who?
Like Jared McNeil.
Oh, yeah.
I had Rottweilers for years.
He's pretty cool with that. Doesn't
Real
he?
dog. That's a motocross dog right there.
He's got
they were
he's
total
got like
joke.
a ramp freestyle dog that goes on the ramps with him.
Nice.
You guys should see Crazy JoJo's dogs, though. These little puffy
Are they
things.
Chihuahuas?
They're little puffy little. I don't know the name, but they're on his Instagram, dude. They're funnier than hell.
Every once in a while, I see that guy's post, dude. And he's like,
he's wild.
it
He's
shows,
wild,
like,
dude.
You know, his pants half down.
We
or
love
something,
JoJo,
bro.
man.
Like,
Yeah, he had a big lady of the night, we could say, last night on his Instagram, and I was like, wow,
God.
only JoJo, dude.
Mom was working last night. Mom was working last night.
Yeah, I
was,
guess,
was that my ex-wife?
I guess he met her.
Wow.
yeah, guys. Yeah, he's
I
pretty
went
funny,
by.
bro.
It's funny because I went by the club today to get some lunch money, and she wasn't there.
Now, see, she's probably up in Reno with JoJo.
Got it. Okay.
Or wherever he was.
Got it.
By the way, when my son was little, I told him, I'm like, dude, here's the deal. I was doing some stand-up for a while, and I go, here's what I want to do. I want to stop doing stand-up, and I want you to do it. He was like 10. And I go,
want
I'm
you
going to
to
write
do the stand-up.
I'm going to
Okay.
write all your material, and it's all going to be about your mom's a stripper and how you were at the strip club last night. And be like, and people be like, hey, you perverts. It's not like I was there looking at boobs. My mom works there. Right? Like, I had this whole shtick, and he wouldn't do it. He chickened out. I was going to
That's
get
the
him on
way like
stage, too.
JoJo's like Instagram stories are, bro. It's like
Oh,
a
yeah.
fear and loathing
Exactly.
like story or something.
Like, he
you know?
lives it in real life.
Like
Yeah.
He finds these just train wrecks, dude. I'm like, oh my
Wow.
God, JoJo.
I always make a joke whenever we drive by, like when we're in North Hollywood, and I'll drive by like the Lust Room or whatever. I'll drive by there and be like, oh, I gotta go by and see Mom real quick and get some lunch money.
Oh, but what's the clown one?
that's some lunch.
What's the clown? It's the clown room, I
Or
think.
$2
is in
Yes,
North
steak.
Hollywood.
the clown room is in the North Hollywood, and that
Yeah.
place is twisted.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
The
I used
$2
to go there.
steaks is
With,
what gets you there, huh?
oh,
I
hey.
never eat the buffet. Never eat the buffet at the strip club.
Oh,
Stay away from the buffet.
you are missing something. I would tell you, when I was a DJ in New York, I would go to go-go bars in New Jersey, and in go-go bar in New Jersey, you couldn't even show boobs; it was illegal.
Oh, that's
So
lame.
they had to wear like bikinis, and they were called go-go bars. But we would go there for the best like chicken parm at a lunch buffet you could ever have. It was amazing food.
Wow.
The Electric Lady, they knew me there. I came in and they started playing my
Electric
song.
Lady.
I had a theme song at the Electric Lady. I lived right by there, and I had like my spot at the bar. And when I sat down, my beers were right in front of me, and they had a plate so I could go hit the buffet. I was a
That's
local
a good
at that
name
joint.
for a punk rock song.
I was in Minneapolis
Electric
at a
Yeah.
strip club, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
and the guy that was running the gate was a WWF old guy. Like
Oh,
he was
really?
a real
Nice.
deal.
Sergeant Slaughter was running the
Dude,
gate.
it wasn't. I don't know his name, bro, but he was.
Jake the Snake Roberts was running the gate.
He wasn't that big in it, bro, but he was definitely a character there. Bro.
Okay.
Wow.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan was running the gate.
I gotta remember this guy's name. I'll figure it out.
The Hart brothers were running the gate.
Oh my God.
By the way,
it was funny.
as the boys,
It took us a minute. We were like, "What's going on with this, bro? Right now, like, who are you?"
He just tagged you at the door.
Dude,
I'm
the
in.
boy's thinking about doing fake wrestling because he knows how to do it now from that TV show. And
gee
there's a
whiz.
smaller league asking him to do it. He told me, he's like, "What do you think?" I go, "Well, it's a good way to break your neck and not be acting anymore."
Yeah, that would
Like, you'll
definitely
get hurt.
get you out of the acting game.
Just keep filming it.
Yeah.
So you do it.
So
bro.
he's
No,
thinking
I-
about possibly doing some what do you call it? Professional wrestling is what you call it, not fake wrestling.
It's not fake wrestling. It's real.
Yeah, it's real.
They
I mean,
still get
do
their
they still
asses
have that?
kicked.
Like, remember the old school roller derby, bro? Where like
Oh yeah.
they would like
Yeah.
wrestle,
Nothing
Oh,
like
yeah.
chicks on roller skates hitting each other in the face.
Yeah.
right?
That's what
I
I'm
know.
saying.
Like
That's
the
a good
slingshot.
time.
They do
That's
the
a-
slingshot.
That's a sign of a good time right there.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
And there are
Moto.
places still left in the world where you
Kinda
can
doing
make
that
shoes.
stuff.
Yeah,
They do it. Oh yeah. It's still
boy.
around.
Moto, I
Well,
took a
they're
page.
still around.
I took a page from the Moto handbook yesterday, and I was like, I have a channel on all my apps on my television, and this one was yoga. So I click on, and I'm like, and it's all this yoga stuff. I'm like,
With midgets?
I should do some yoga.
That's
No,
sick. Come
I
on.
came across contortionist, and then I was stuck. I went down the
gee
rabbit
whiz.
hole, and it was like chicks in high heels doing freaking like
Contortion.
putting their ankles behind their head and rocking, and I was like, oh my
I will
God.
say this: like people,
It was amazing.
people can badmouth yoga all they want, but if you've not tried yoga, I will say it is probably one of the hardest burned
very hard.
exercises you've ever done in your life. It is
I killed a lady
difficult.
in a yoga class one
It's like,
time accidentally.
Oh my God!
They
What,
made me do it on the radios.
What, you fart on her?
No, I almost fell on her.
Oh.
I was like, trying to stand with one arm in the air and the other arm on the ground and my knee bent and the other leg straight and twist all the way up, and I fell over backwards and almost crushed like a 5-footer, 100-pounder behind me.
Just stick to the twister game at home,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh, dude, it was not easy.
You'll be all right
I
there.
took a
Hardest
yoga,
thing I ever did.
I took a yoga class one
Oh,
time.
if you fall over, Sarge will be,
Yeah.
I took
I'll
a yoga.
crush him.
I took a yoga class one time, and literally because everybody takes themselves way too seriously at the yoga class, some woman came in and we're talking basic yoga here, but when they start, having you do like lotus and a couple other little poses. And this woman just let one off, just like,
Oh,
just
my God.
rip her.
How bad did you laugh?
And I started laughing my ass
You did
off.
it.
I laughed.
But
I laughed.
and then everyone looked at you.
They're like, you're the dick.
Oh,
I was like, it was
God.
funny. It was a purely funny fart, man. It was,
Dude, farts are always funny, especially from a lady.
and it was a lady, and she felt so embarrassed, and I thought it was
And
the
you
funniest
had
thing in the
a
world.
laugh,
I was like,
Why is Moto a dick? She's the one who blew the room up.
he sleeps on the couch by himself, bro.
exactly.
Like,
It was
my
genuinely
God.
funny. It was
That's
genuinely.
I'd been
hysterical.
rolling. I would have
Yeah.
been absolutely rolling if that happened.
By the way, none of those serious ladies like it when the big fat guy comes in the back and starts falling over trying to do poses, and they're like, "Ugh, seriously.
Or
And
you
then the
just-
teacher's trying to give me all the special attention. I'm like, no, seriously, get the F away from me. I'm fine.
Or if you just stand back there like a creeper and just stare at him.
They take it very seriously at times at yoga classes. That's why you got to really kind of shop your class that you're going to be in, because if you got a teacher with a good sense of humor, they'll tell you in advance you're going to fart. And things are going to happen because I'm going to bend you in
Right.
poses that you've never been in before in your life.
Guess what? I'm
So if
doing
you
it at
show
home
up-
with an app. That's what I'm doing. I'm
if you
doing
show
it at
up with
home.
like some Arby crumbs on you and like,
You show up and you've got lunch on your chest.
if
you're
you don't
done.
have that green stuff in your cup,
Yeah.
Hey, Moto, can I show up with Justin Barsha pants on? Is that what you do when you're a guy doing yoga, or do you show up with sweats on?
That's why I said show up and shop the class, because if a good yoga class. It
this
will,
is more Versace.
well, a good yoga class will actually be all sweats, no spandex.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'll go there with spandex on it, and I'll
Little
just
tear.
for fun I'll put a kielbasa down my pants, and people will be like, "Oh my god, look at that thing!"
I would like to film that one day, though. That'd be so funny, because Stretch just walks in like totally nonchalant, like, I'm here to take some yoga, and he's got this just like 12-inch kielbasa sticking down his shorts. It would be funny.
And if you've never seen Stretch, right, he's like, what, like Andre the Giant?
Yeah, he's like Andre the Giant size.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, in a yoga class.
That's what makes it even funnier.
I'm
That'd be
Godzilla.
great. That'd be absolutely
My
great.
giant dong, and I'll be farting and grunting because I grunt naturally because it is hard. The yoga's
Yeah.
very, very
Just
hard.
breathing.
Well, here's the thing. We'll load him up on cauliflower and pinto
there
beans
you
before
go.
he gets in there.
Deviled eggs.
So he's just gonna.
But you have to keep a straight face, Stretch, otherwise
Yeah.
you'll blow it.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Well,
That's some impractical Joker's crap right there. They
like,
would do.
all right. I'm sorry, but I don't want to bend over any further because I'm not comfortable with my face being that near my own penis. Like, I'm saying, is that okay? Can I bend the other way? Sorry. Oh my god.
Just saying, it could be funny.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there.
Oh,
Do you think the moto guys fart when they're on the whoops? Because that's beating the hell out of you. If you got any air in you, it's coming out.
Dude, I can honestly say that I've been on a bike and ridden for a while, and when you're getting that vibration, that constant vibration on a bike, I'll sometimes just like let a rip tater chip. Just
Yeah.
wasn't like a
That-
little
that'll
chocolate
happen.
brown or no?
no. I know gaseous versus solid, so I just let a
Lordy.
rip tater chip.
Okay.
Oh, what
Just
if you
making
case
sure.
it?
I want.
You know, sometimes you like case something, so you come down real hard, and bam, and then it just knocks it right out of you. Just,
Exactly.
You fold like a cheap suit, and just it's like, oh god, I think I grabbed my pants.
Speaking of that,
I feel better now. though.
there's another funny fart one, which is back to your fake wrestling. I saw a documentary on the WWE, I believe it is. They talked about like a behind the scenes, and a lot of the guys said, yeah, when we're practicing and we're coming off the ropes or whatever, and we'll land on our backs on the mat.
Yeah.
A lot of guys just like, let it loose, man.
It literally knocks it out of you.
Knocks
Yeah.
the fart right out of you.
Remember on the heels, the guy was doing that and he pooped his pants.
Yeah.
Remember that last episode of the finale last year?
You got to watch. You know.
He pooped himself, and then he
The
had to lay in
race
the middle of the
starts
ring
soon.
like he was knocked out.
That's called gambling and
1
losing,
hour.
my friend.
Yeah.
We should talk about this for another hour before the race.
No,
starts.
races in 30 minutes.
Oh.
Pooping and farting is fun. I love it. There's nothing better. I'm sorry. There's nothing better and more entertaining than that at all.
What did I say earlier? Dahmer trash canyon now. Pile trash.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You call it trash canyon now?
Trash canyon.
Got
Dahmer's
it.
trash
Oh,
canyon.
no. Are there people dumping trash down there again? Because we'll have to break out the heavy firearms.
No more. I actually
You need to get into that story today, Moto.
I actually had a good one this last week. Speaking of just around the radio ranch, so
They're like contractors. It looks like the stuff they're dumping.
yeah. So what is it on Friday? Friday.
Okay.
I am right
Yesterday.
after the rain, no, I'm sorry, Thursday.
Okay.
Right after the rain, I decided, my job duties here at the radio station are to take care of the parking lot, the grounds, the whatnot. So
Yeah.
I went around with my usual little leaf blower and my snippers and whatever I'm told to
And
do.
your racist hat.
Yeah, and the big gate at the parking lot that exits like towards the street, right?
Yes.
The big fat gates right there.
Yeah.
There's a dirt road, obviously, right across from the gate that goes up. That sometimes we'll go up and just take a mini bike or whatever up there and go cruising around. Well, this dude had this full size Dodge truck. It was like a 250 Dodge truck, and he had it jackknifed in that area, sunk to the axles in the mud. And he had the whole trailer jackknifed sideways to where he couldn't back out. He couldn't go forward. He was screwed.
Yeah.
And so I walk up and I kind of, gave the guy a little piece of my mind because that's still technically the radio station property right there.
Yeah. So, and he was there to dump stuff?
What other reason would you have to have a dump trailer on the back of your vehicle as you're trying to go?
Was it
up
still
this dirt
full
road?
or was it empty?
It was half full of rock and gravel and crap like
that's
that.
Full then.
Oh,
Yeah.
You
So-
should have beat him and maybe shot him.
So
'Cause you've been within your
instead,
right.
I asked him. I said, "Can you tell me who told you to come here and
Remember
do
that blue
this?"
barrel you have?
Yeah, well, exactly.
There's a bunch of them.
Who told you to drop your stuff here in our parking lot? And he was like, "Well, the guy who owns the house, like literally half a mile up the street, around the corner, is building something up there, and this."
Oh, really? So I'm going to come to this property and dump my crap.
Exactly. So I called the police.
Yeah, good.
And I will say that the local police out in
Yeah.
that area, they were really good people. They're
Yeah.
really nice people. They took
Well,
care,
it's
they
their
took care
job
of
to
business.
protect the home,
Did they beat
the
'em?
property owners.
No, they
They
actually
beat them up.
They actually went out there and took care of business.
Good.
They took very good care, and we actually have a friend now on the police force who likes us.
Wow,
One.
that's rare.
Yeah, loves the Big 49.
We had 17 listeners now, and you said that earlier.
Oh
Hey,
my
we
God!
team
What
cool,
the-
though.
Yeah,
no,
but
this
he-
is like 76. I told you guys
No,
are
no,
underestimating us.
It's we got 14 listeners, guys.
See,
14.
that's
Well,
cool,
at a
though,
time, I'm
'cause
talking 76 for the week.
We're in his jurisdiction,
Right.
so he knows to leave us alone when we're riding now.
Yeah.
Well, that's sweet.
And he's
Yeah.
probably been watching us. He like the
yeah.
broadcast thing. He's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's 14 listeners total.
He's
for
like, oh,
radio
you're one of those numbnuts.
Yeah. So, by the way, I got a call back from Joe.
he didn't say.
Who was down at the beer garden. He apparently said he could probably tune in later on today.
Oh, we got
So
another
there
one.
you go. That's
Oh,
77.
and my new buddy Robert in Temecula.
He didn't ask
He's
you about
another
that
listener.
electric cord that's going across.
No, he
To
didn't
the
ask.
neighbors?
He didn't ask about that at all. He didn't ask about the.
Did he
electric
ask about the
cord from
pretty blonde lady in the